Hey everybody, welcome back to another 10-minute Marvel video. And as I've been talking about, it's time to bust into that booster box of Magic the Gathering superheroes, Marvel superheroes. We've opened up some collector's boosters, but now this is just regular booster box. I want to see what I'm going to get here. I'm excited to open this up. I apologize for how loud the crinkling on this is going to be. But that's the fun of ripping open a pack. And we're shooting for, of course, some of the cool cards in this set. Some of the fun heroes. Like, these are just the regular packs. So they're not going to have the same chances to pull things as the collector's packs. But that doesn't mean that there can't be some cool things. Vibranium Dagger. Indestructible. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and 3 to equip. Interesting, not bad. Atuma. Killmonger. The Red Guardian, who's not red, white card. Hellcat. And the unbeatable Squirrel Girl for that first sweet hit, and the Serpent Society as a rare foil pull there. And then you got the land, which I like, and a token. But I want to check out Squirrel Girl here because I kind of think that one's worth a little bit. And not just for the memes. Yeah, that is an $8 card. The Serpent Society, probably much cheaper, 66-cent card, but $2.50 for the foil version of that. Death Touch Ward. Whenever another creature you control with Death Touch dies, each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature of their choice. Interesting. So one of the things I like about these sets is, and this is true for the Marvel ones, but then also like the Avatar, The Last Airbender, you have so many creatures that are legendary, and that means you can come up with real dumb commander deck ideas. Like here we're just kind of on generic. Ooh, Blazing Crescendo, interesting. But here we are, Grim Reaper. Do I want to build a Grim Reaper deck? Probably not. But all of these creatures are legendary now, which means that Avengers Tower and the Vision, and then Wiccan is my foil here. Like, I can make a Wiccan deck, and you can make that as your commander. So we're gonna keep doing kind of what we're doing here, but instead of looking up the value on these 3 cards right now, I'm going to set them aside, and that's kind of my value spot. Like, let's look these up. Next pack, Hydra Infiltration. But it makes sense. Like, the common cards, all of these are pretty generic, like common thing, common creatures. I mean, it's a Savage Land Dino, that's not that common, but there wouldn't be a legendary one. Super Strength, oh cool. Enchant creature, +4/+4, trample, and Ward 1. So that allows you to protect for the cost of 1. Wiccan again. Masters of Evil. Captain America, a living legend. Vigilance. Whenever a creature you control becomes tapped during your turn, if it's the first time that creature becomes tapped, untap it. Oh, that actually is cool. I like that idea of building for that. I'm curious just on the value on that one. Truck Toss. Heroic Feast. That's my rare. And then Hercules. Our land. And our token to finish that off. Enchantments, so there are certain things that I'm always like, okay, this could potentially be worth more compared to something similar. Enchantments and artifacts. Artifacts always intrigue me because sometimes they are. When this enchantment enters, create a food token. It's an artifact with pay 2, sacrifice this token, you gain 3 life. Whenever you gain a life, or gain life, choose up to that many target creatures you control, put a +1/+1 counter on them. Honestly, there's some fun combos and set things you could set up there. Especially if you're in like a green-black commander deck. Not for lifelink, obviously. Black-white or green-white for lifelink, but gorilla. There's speed. But for like opponents lose life, you gain life, and then you're boosting all your stuff as well. Rick Jones. Gleaming Bastion. Ooh, and construct the Cosmic Cube. Construct the Cosmic Cube, if I remember, not worth much of anything. And then just restorative technique with Shang-Chi and the 10 rings there. We're not even a third of the way through the box. We're not even halfway. I think this is the halfway point. Yeah, halfway point of the stack that I'm opening right now. Stolen Stark Tech. But you'll start to see, especially in these commons, some more repeats, which is fine because I do want to get this whole set if I can. Same with the Spider-Man one. I don't have to necessarily dive into every single fancy card on it, but I'd love to have the full base set. Nick Fury. Ooh. And then a foil mythic rare, I believe. We have the Black Panther. We have King T'Challa and Black Panther Enduring Hope on the flip side. That's a nice card. Blue-white flash, which means you can play it whenever. Whenever a player draws the second card each turn, you draw the card. So it's a good way to slow down some decks that might be looking to really ramp into card draw, or at least make them think twice about it. And it gets you up and running faster as well. That's the reason why they think twice about it. Generally, you'd probably still do it anyways, because it's good for you. Echo. Team Tactics. Abomination. Baron Strucker. Meow Meow. Maybe that is... Meow meow. So let's look. I'm going to read off what that card does once I show off the last two. Bryn Plaza and Yellow Jacket. Mjolnir. When it enters, deals 4 damage to up to 1 target creature. Double all damage equipped creature would deal. Equipping is 1. Discard this card. It deals 2 damage to each creature. That's kind of an interesting thing there. Definitely going to look that one up here in a second. Then we got a Raft Security Officer. Roxxon Brutes. I wonder if we're going to get Roxxon ever in the MCU. Well, we've gotten it, but like as a main villain or something like that. I'm not sure that will ever happen, but who knows? Hey, another Red Guardian. Kid Loki. Whiplash. World War Hulk. These Saga cards are something kind of new since I played originally. But basically cards that you're adding lower counters, you're getting other benefits as you go. Some of them are good. Generally, I found, at least in terms of value, like if you're looking to resell, they're hit or miss. But certainly something could be interesting. Murdoch's Crusade. First Deathlok. First Daredevil sort of thing. Giant Growth. Take up the shield. So we've gotten 3 full art cards. Granted, a couple of more commons. Oh, there's another one. Red Hulk. That will go in the lookup pile. The Astonishing Ant-Man. And then we just finish it off with another Shield Drone. And a Planes. 2 more packs to go. Then we'll go through the cards that I'm looking up. We have a little stack, not a ton, just to see what sort of value there is. And this is the value, obviously, like I said, it's collectible to me in that I want to have that complete collection of these cards because it is Marvel. So like the value is not as important or really important at all to me. It is fun to see what the value is. It's also kind of one of those useful things for folks who maybe are looking to invest, so to speak, in this. So we have Thunderbolt's Conspiracy. Then this is a cool one. A Kingpin card. So like it has the name in the background. That is one of the I'm not gonna call it a subset, but like a little specialty card there. All right, final pack over here. And so remember, we're about $11 in value from 2 cards in the first pack. The whole box cost 100 and something. I don't remember exactly. So 30 packs, say it's 150. 30 packs is, math is failing me, 15, so $50. So man, I don't think I'm right there. $5 a pack. There we are. Daredevil, Man Without Fear. Followed up by, that's a cool one, Clean Wing, Tiger God, got some Bast action there, and Fisk Tower. So let's start doing some looking up here. We have our first two cards, which are at the bottom of this pile. Somewhere down here. Just a reminder of those that got us about the $10.50 of value: Squirrel Girl and Serpent Society. So we're going to start kind of going backwards in order here. Daredevil. This is number 324. So that one is a $10 card. So we're at $10.50. And this one is $3.74. Not worth that much, but $1.75. So that would take us, we were at $20.50, $22.25. Some of these I'm not even going to bother adding into the price. Like, my guess is Thunderbolt Conspiracy. Yeah, it's a 22-cent card. That doesn't get added in. So $22.25 is what we're at. Remember, the goal here is 50 if we're going to hit that break-even point. So like this one's 50 cents. So sure, $2 or $22 and 50 or and 75 cents. Red Hulk Borderless card. Like, this is a 30-cent card. Not going to add. If it's under 50 cents, I'm not adding it in. And a lot of these are going to be that under 50 cents. World War Hulk. Oh, that's a little bit more than I thought. $1.25. So that takes us to $24. Almost halfway there. Mjolnir is the one that I'm going to be curious about. If I can spell it correctly. Mjolnir, Hammer of Thor. 29 bucks. This card dropped to a low only of about 16 bucks, and it has come back up since then because it's just a good card. I could, like, that's one of those cards you look at and like, yes, it is. King T'Challa, $20 card. So we've made our money back, but the issue is, I pulled one of the stacks, 3 stacks in here. Am I going to get my value elsewhere? Because we're at about 65, I think. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. 65. Yeah, Nick Fury doesn't get added. Construct the Cosmic Cube. I know I've looked it up before. That one's a 25-cent card. Gleaming Bastion. Yeah, another $2, so 67 or so bucks. Heroic Feast. I do like the idea of building around Heroic Feast. And it's a 50-cent card. So, yeah. I think there's some fun stuff you can do with that one. And it's not a bad cost in terms of getting it into play. Now, there's a media promo version of this card, but otherwise it's just an 18-cent card. The Vision. Another 50-cent card. So we're about 66, 67 bucks. Now this one, Avengers Tower Borderless. Let's take a look at this real quick before I check it out. Add 1 colorless mana. Add 1 mana of any color. Spend that mana to cast a hero spell or to activate an ability on a hero, and then a 4-cost ability. It's not that much, about 25 cents, 30 cents. This is a card that I think would work well in a lot of decks. The issue is it's just not super rare. And then the final one here is Blazing Crescendo, which is just a full art common. So yeah, this is a 15-cent card. Great artwork. Target creature gets +3/+1 until end of turn. Exile the top card of your library. Until the end of the turn, you may play that card. Interesting. So, risk-reward sort of card. But, between all of these, I mean, I don't remember the exact number in particular. Where is it? Wrong way. Yeah. Particular these 2 cards here, King T'Challa and Mjolnir. These 2, if I remember correctly, were about 50 bucks by themselves. So we're probably about 75 bucks total overall, which ain't bad. Certainly won't thumb my nose at that. Let me know, what was your favorite card out of all the ones that I pulled here? Drop that down in the comment section below. And if you have questions about Magic, questions about this Marvel stuff, set. By the way, this is kind of the topper thing. I can answer some in the comment section below. But with that, I really do appreciate you all checking out the podcast, or checking out this video, and check out the 10-Minute Marvel podcast as well if you're interested in Marvel news, rumors, things like that. We're actually going to be recording an episode here in a few minutes, talking about the first 3 episodes of the X-Men 97 Season 2. You can find that podcast and all the past episodes here on YouTube. Click onto the channel, subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate everybody who has. And then click on the podcast tab, or you can search for 10-Minute Marvel wherever you get your friendly neighborhood podcasts from. But with that, we'll see you next time.